Okay, so hi guys, this is Tommo here, and today I'm going to be interacting to the World of Warcraft expansion cinematic, Dragonflight. This is not the first time I'm watching this cinematic, but I have watched a few other reactors kind of talking about it, and I feel like I can offer some things that they haven't really talked about, as well as offer some, like questions and things and get people thinking about where the lore could potentially go. Yeah, I'm by no means a lore expert, especially on dragons, having missed the Cataclysm expansion, or the majority of it, but there's still some things in here that got my mind turning. So, without further ado, here we go. So, 10,000 years ago, automatically, we're thinking Sundering. You remember Illidan imprisoned for 10,000 years. So that's about where we are in the timeline, the Sundering, where the Well of Eternity was used by the Legion to bring them to Azeroth and ended up being destroyed, and the continent of Azeroth was fractured and separated, and now we have, Kalimdor and Azeroth.
The world has been sundered. It cries out in pain. We must go to its aid. We entrust our ancestral home to you, the Watchers. Let the land slumber, hidden even from our own eyes. You will feel our return in the waking of the land. Then, you must light the beacon of Tyrhold, lest the path home be lost to us forever.
Okay, so there's already some things that I want to talk about. If we come back and have a look at this already,
Let the land slumber.
So yeah, Alex Strauss is talking about letting the land slumber and healing. And if you look at the water and everything here, this is 10,000 years ago. This is when the Well of Eternity had obviously, it'd been destroyed, and that's kind of what sent them away. I think this is a choice on terms of the video makers. Just look how boring, look how, just uninspiring this water looks. There's nothing magical or anything about this at all. Here.
Hidden even from
This is just
our own eyes.
completely normal. You have the dark, dreary weather. What we're looking at here was actually my first guess that it was going to be a dragon expansion when I first saw it. This architecture here, to me, looks a lot like the Nexus in Borean Tundra. You have the same kind of the blue sort of magic crystals, where the blue Dragonflight more or less set up their home. It's where we fought Malygos. When Malygos decided that humans shouldn't be allowed to use magic anymore. So that's the kind of area I'm guessing that this is going to be.
You will feel our return in the waking of the land.
The waking of
Then
the land.
You must light the beacon of Tyrhold.
Okay, everyone says it's called the Beacon of Tyrhold. Obviously Tyr has, history with the dragons. A lot of people, they see later of the Watcher who's kind of, crumbled, and they think, oh, is that Tyr? And it's like, no, it's not. He's got 2 arms, I'm pretty sure. We'll see.
The path home be
But
lost to us
Galakrond kind of,
forever.
took one of Tyr's arms. But it's the question of the world healing was a big part of this for me. And it got me thinking, okay, so this is the present. So this is when the world's supposed to be healing, but it got me thinking, was the Well of Eternity so I've not read Chronicles, so maybe there is an answer to this. If you know, put it in the comments below. But was the Well of Eternity kind of like a natural occurring thing on Azeroth? Or was it kind of, made intentionally by the Titans? If the Well of Eternity is something that's natural, it's supposed to be something that's on Azeroth and something that's healing, then maybe what we're going to be looking at in the new expansion is actually kind of the reemergence of not just the dragons, but magic generally. Just all of these different arcane, all these different forces, and, because we're talking about kind of, the makeup of Azeroth, what's that going to be in terms of the elementals as well? Doesn't this all change the balance of power of everything that's been going on? Like, everything's been kind of flat, and it looks like the whole world's just going to be shaken up. And there's so much they can do about this, which is why I'm so excited about this expansion. It's not quite a hard reset that kind of like a World of Warcraft 2 or something would bring, but the potential of they're saying Azeroth's healing, and all of these other things have become unstabilized. It just kind of it brings back so many different things that you can do with the world. I guess we're gonna go on and see now. So Stonebro here wakes up, and already contrast this, even just the water there. Look at all the lights. Look at how, just, I keep saying magical. It looks magical. It looks like there's an energy there that wasn't in the previous ones. So already, this is what they mean by healing, but, I mean, again, just look at the water. Everyone's going to be looking at, like, like the stone guy being, his face is like half, just kind of faded away, but, like, look at the water. So already we've got rumbling as if there's all these kind of primal forces fighting with each other. Stonebro starts walking. Look at that plant. That looks like something, like a kind of like a prehistoric thing. It reminds me of something like if you think about Ongoro Crater, which was sort of, like a Titan experiment, with all these kind of like primal things. We had dinosaurs and things there. This plant looks like something that'd be in Ongoro Crater. Of course, we've got the lava as well. It's not just, they keep saying the world waking up and the world healing, but this seems to be like, the world kind of re-evolving is kind of what I'm getting out of all of this. And yeah, again, Stonebro's friends have all had their faces kind of like rotten away or corroded. Corrosion, that was the word I was thinking of, but like, that's not really important. I think it's the world and everything. Just look at how, violent everything is that's going on. Okay, actually, the dude is missing an arm, so they could arguably say that's Tyr, but I'm pretty sure that Tyr fell in Tyr's fall. Isn't that what Tyr's meant to be? I thought for some reason the first time I saw this, I thought that he only had, I thought that both of his arms were there. But I guess that could be Tyr. I don't think it is. In my head, from the lore that I do know, like, I don't think it should be. But he is missing an arm, so there's going to be an argument there that it could be. Again, if you know more about this particular lore, put it in the comments. So again, for me, like, everyone's like, oh no, Stonebro, but like, this is kind of secondary in the trailer and everything to me. I mean, fair play, we're gonna have this big suspenseful moment and everything. If, he's gonna be pulling it in, he's gonna be lighting the beacon, but to me, the more interesting thing about this was kind of like the effect on the world and everything beforehand and what really sets the stage. and it gets me thinking about kind of like the state of the world and what could be happening. Even the sky there, look at that. It's like everything just seems to be coming alive and kind of, like I said earlier, kind of re-evolving. And it's like, what's causing this? Hell, everyone's making memes about the sword at the minute, but like, could that be something that's actually causing this? Kind of, like Azeroth to, reawaken, so to speak. Yep, so he's falling, and of course, Alexstrasza comes along and catches him and saves him, just like that. How far away are the Dragon Isles? Like, dragons fly fast, for sure, but like, that was really, really, really quick. Is this the type of thing that's going to be like really, really close to Northrend or something? Well, actually, where is Alexstrasza based now? They used to be at the temple in Dragonflight, right? I can't remember where. Where did we get sent when we had to get the thing for Ysera in Ardenweald? I don't remember. But of course, now we've just got, the cool things about the dragons flying around. Again, a lot of people kind of like criticize this as being not as kind of like impactful as like the previous expansion trailers and things. And I kind of agree, but at the same time, when you think about the dragon riding and everything we've got coming, it's...
The world is healing.
Okay, the world is healing.
But her fate is yet uncertain.
But all of this, you see all the moves of kind of like, because dragon riding is going to be such a big kind of feature of the expansion. That's just kind of what they're showing.
We shall be Azeroth's protectors once again. Here, the new age of dragons shall begin.
It feels a little kind of unimpactful because we've been riding dragon flying mounts for a long time in World of Warcraft. But again, like everything that appeared after that seems kind of secondary to me. The bits that really seem important are kind of like, all this part here, when we come back to the now, just look at the choice of colors. It feels very much like there's some sort of, like primal energy here. And I want an explanation. Well, not really an explanation, I want that to be explored. I'm hoping that kind of, the elemental lords and everything plays a big role in this. And there's so many different stories. I mean, we can look at dragons for sure, but there's so much more going on here. Like, that's what I was thinking when I was watching it. I want so much more to be explored. The dragons, to me, okay, the dragons are cool, but it's kind of secondary to the effect on the world. And Blizzard, please, actually go in depth and tell your stories. Don't be scared to take a long time telling a really deep story. Don't just gloss over things. And for goodness sake, don't make it so that the story feels like there's things that are cut out, like there has been in both Warlords of Draenor and Shadowlands. I don't want to be playing through something and have it feel incomplete. I want the story and everything there to be fleshed out in the game. Actually, let us experience it and tell the story that you want to tell. At least that's my hopes for Dragonflight, and that's what I got thinking of this cinematic. So yeah, I'm going to be making 2 videos about this. I'm going to stop the original kind of like the cinematic reaction here. If you just came for this, thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'm going to continue. I'm live on Twitch at the moment. I'm going to continue talking about like the reactions from the developers, but I'm probably going to put this in another video as well. So again, guys, thanks for watching. I've been Tommo. Y'all stay positive, take it easy. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.